Hi everyone. So today we are gonna solve the LeetCode weekly contest question for weekly contest 4 to 8 and first question, that is the button with longest push time. So basically let's read the question at first. You are given a 2D array events. We are given an array events which represents a sequence of events where a child pushes a series of buttons on a keyboard. Each events I is equals to index I and time I. Indicates that the button at index I was pressed at time 1. The array is sorted in increasing order of time. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे ये बोल रहा है कि बेसिकली हमारे पास एक सॉरी आई हैव टू स्पीक इन इंग्लिश या सो वी हैव एन array, okay, which is a event, and that event particular array have a kind of vector of vector things, okay, something which is stored like a matrix, okay, and there inside the matrix what we have like index and time, okay, two variables or two things we have inside that vector. And then let's read each of the condition that we have to satisfy to solve this question. So first, the array is sorted. Okay, the array is basically sorted. It's the array is sorted in increasing order of time. Okay, it's not based on the index of the button. It's basically increase sorted in increasing order of time. That is like, see, this 2 5 9, this is the time. 15 9 5 2, these all are the time, and 1 2 3 1, these all are the index of that particular time button press was that press. Like, to identify the button, that is the index. The time taken to press a button is the difference in the time between the consecutive button presses. The time for the first button is simply the time at which it was pressed. Simple, like 2 5 9, these all are the time for particular. Suppose 2 was pressed at time 5, as simple as that, and button 1 was pressed again at 15 minutes or whatsoever. Return the index. You have to return the index of the button took the longest time to push. If multiple buttons have the same longest, return the button which is the smallest index. So basically we have just two we in the answer we have to just only find two simple thing, okay. Basically the question is demanding only for two cases, which is very simple. And for that, the first thing is, of course, we have to check which button have taken the longest time to push. How can we find out that? Of course, first button took 2 seconds or 2 minutes, and the second button took 5. That is 5 minus 2, because it already took 2. 5 minus 2 is 3, so it took 3 seconds. And then 9 minus 5 is 4, so the third button took 4 minutes, right? And again 15 minus 9 is 6, right? So it took 6 minutes or 6 units of time, right? So basically these are the thing. First condition that we have to find the button that took the longest time to push, and the second condition that we have to check. Suppose here, like the first two and the third button, second and the third button had the same time. Both of the button were pushed in the like longest time. They had the same longest time. At that time, what we will do, the time is same for both the buttons or multiple buttons. It can be 2 buttons, 3 4, multiple. Then what we will do, then what we have to do is, like, we have to return this button with the smallest index, okay. So here 2 is the smallest among, suppose 2 and 3 were having the same time, then we have to return 2, since it's the smallest index among all of the buttons that has same time to push, right? So at first during the contest, I actually thought that I can solve it using unordered map. So I saw that it was getting a bit really critical for me to solve using unordered map. Anyway, I'm a beginner and you can judge me as much as you can. So here I have taken an int and just, okay. And then I have taken a t. This is the like time, big time, which will be, this is the time, like the starting time, okay, which is 0. And first, of course, time will start from 1 second, right, or 1 unit of time. And the answer is this final answer, okay. This will keep on updating. This means the starting of the index. So here I have used a for loop, just nothing else. See, I have taken a n, which is this, and then this is for the answer, that is representing the starting of the index of the array events. And then I have t, this is basically representing the starting of the time, that is time starting from 1, and then I have taken a for loop where I will basically implement this 2 condition. So for that we have to first take the longest time. So of course 5 minus 2 you have to do, right? So this is the final time, or you can take TT or final time. So that is events I1 minus I minus 1. This is simple. See, suppose, okay, let me open notepad. Like of course everybody knows, suppose this is an array. So this is of course I, this is I plus 1, okay, and this is of course I plus 2, right? So suppose and suppose this is I, so this one, and again we can say that this is I minus 1, and this is I plus 1, right? So of course the previous, like 1 2 minus this is 2, so the previous will be I minus 1. So you have to minus with the uh, previous index, right? Therefore this, like this is, I am taking this as the second as the index, and then doing minus, like subtracting it with the previous index, okay? Therefore I minus 1 and then 1, because time is constant, taking time is constant, okay? This is basically representing the, like the index of the particular array, okay? And then again, now the final two condition that I have to return. So of course if this time is greater than the t, then of course update it, okay? Of course we will take the bigger one, right? Therefore t is equals to tt. I think that's very simple. But another thing is also there. If there are multiple buttons have the same time, if tt is equals to t, okay, then what will happen? And also then what do I have to check? And then we have to return this, like the button with the smallest index. Therefore this represents the, basically the index. Time is again 0 here, so this is basically working as an index of the particular array. Button, button name or whatever. So even this should be less than final answer, okay? Then we will update with answer with this, because we have to check the smallest one. That's why this I have taken answer is equals to event I0, then finally returning the answer, okay? So if we just do a dry run, okay, of these example, like not taking a time here. Suppose here time is same, okay, so time is same for this, okay? So what will happen, that tt is equals to big T, right? So two are same, so this is the first index and this is the, of course, the second index. So that's why I have taken this, since this was already there, updated. Answer was actually the second index, okay, it was storing. That's why I have used this. You have to take always the smallest index. That's why I have taken events I should be less than answer, and then finally returning the answer, because that's what they actually demanded. So I hope you understood, and I guess it's a kind of a long video it became. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Keep grinding. Bye.